Hi, it's Magdalena, Wolf of Kinds. So it's finally here. I've been with jealousy seeing all the posts on Instagram, Facebook and videos on YouTube because this is a deck that I backed on Kickstarter, but I live in Switzerland and Switzerland was one of the last groups in Europe into which they sent this deck, so I was very jealous and I avoided watching any unboxings because I really wanted to have the pleasure myself. And this is Visconti Modrone Tarot by Lo Scarabeo, and they did it on Kickstarter and it's very exciting. So it's like a reproduction plus restoration because there are some cards missing of one of the oldest tarot decks, so-called Visconti Modrone or cary-yale Visconti. There is a US Games edition that looks like this, that has missing cards created by Luigi Scapini, and I own it. and this is done by the Italian company Lo Scarabeo. So let's see what's in here. Ooh, oh my! So there we have the ribbon. Ooh, it's heavy. Oh my goodness! Come out. Oh, yeah, this is thick. I mean, there are supposed to be much more cards in your regular tarot decks, because in this deck you have double, knights and pages are double because there are male and female versions, plus some additional cards we will see. There is a book. I always smell a new book whenever I get a new book, or even when I look at it in a bookstore. I always have to smell the pages. It's just a thing. So yeah, this is how it looks like. This gorgeous M for the Modrone. I understand it's called Modrone because of the name of a family in whose possession it used to be, because now it's in the cary-yale museum. Or I might be wrong, but I think that's why we have these two names. There will probably, the Visconti Modrone Tarot deck, also called a Visconti and cary-yale, is one of 3 surviving hand-painted tarots with Visconti heraldic figures. Yeah, there's a lot of history here. This is nice. We'll read it later. Iconography and iconology of the trumps. So yeah, so we get the descriptions of all major arcana, and they are here in color, which is also very nice. And they explain, probably because there are not all the cards are the same as in the modern tarot. I mean, even what we would call them. There are some more cards that represent virtues, and they were used to represent, it's like the papesse is, wait a minute. For personifications of the highest moral and religious virtues, as we can see in the monochrome Fides, faith, painting by Giotto, blah blah blah. So there are some of the cards that are not what we are used to. But anyway, they look lovely. I like it that that the guidebook has color pictures. Oh yeah, like hope, for example. we have here, and it's an additional card, Charity, Faith. Oh, I understand. So probably these are the ones from the original deck that survived, and they were, for example, in this deck, by US Games, they were like matched to represent. This one probably represented High Priestess or Popaz. This one was, or this one, something like that. Here, because they reached the stretch goals on the project and Kickstarter, they created images like this one to like make a regular Popaz out of it. I hope I'm not mixing it up, but it might be the case. So there are like additional, even more additional cards than the pages and the knights. And there are some notes to the major arcana, allegory and game. This is nice. So there is some more here. I won't be reading it now. But yeah, they explain a type of tarot game here for you. This is cool. You can play, you know, totally can play with these. You just need a big table, right? Then reading with ancient decks, interpretations, using the cards, time travel, pips. Oh, they give you the meanings for all the pips, right? Yeah. All of them? No, there are staves and cups and coins. Sorry. I don't know. At least some of them, they give you many meanings. Maybe these are examples, how you can read them. And, oh yeah, there are just short meanings for the majors. Majors. Then the theological virtues, so additional like cards that not fit our modern tarot construction of the deck. And there are about court cards, using court cards. And there are all the court cards, and there are many, as I said, because we have the male and female knight, the male and female page. Here it's called Lady and Knave. Oh, Equestrian of Cups. Equestrian. So, yeah. All the court cards. Oh, so yeah, indeed, there were examples before, but here you get like a meaning for every pip. Every one of them. From ace to 10. And that is how the book ends. I like it. It's nice. It's cool. There's some history. There's some suggestion for playing like an old tarot game, and there are card meanings. So what else could you possibly want? Okay, what's here? Oh my god! There is wax and there's... Oh yeah, this is this Visconti snake. It should be eating a man, no? Am I wrong? But yeah, you can basically make a seal with it. It's pretty cool. And there's a coin. Because it was also one of the stretch goals that they could reach, and they did reach it because this project really went well, I'd say. So yeah, I get a coin. Funny. What I really like, there's a bag, so you don't need to keep your cards in this monstrous box if you don't want to. You get a nice pouch. Or is it not? Oh, sorry, it's a cloth. Sorry, when this project started, it was a long time ago, and I don't remember the details so well anymore. But yeah, so you get a handkerchief, interesting because it's, I mean, you can put 1 to 2 cards on this one. I wonder, or maybe you're supposed to wrap it, but still, it's too small. I don't know. I don't know what you're supposed to do with this. All right. Let's open the cards because it's been already 10 minutes and I haven't shown you the cards. So, from what I told you already, you will know that there are various Visconti decks. There is, I think the most famous one is the Visconti Sforza version. So it was made basically for the same very, very wealthy Italian family in 15th century. This is just a different deck made for the same family of Visconti. All right, so I tried not to look at any like opinions on the internet, but I already saw accidentally people complaining that this is glossy. Well, it's a bit strange, but I'm not very concerned about it because what I hate most is when the cards stick to each other, and this thankfully doesn't. And this is what I love about Lo Scarabeo decks. They slide. Love it. So, okay, these are glossy, but you can feel the texture here. Whoops. So you can feel the texture here and here on the flowers. And from what I remember, the majors should have gold backgrounds and the minors will have silver, because that's how it was in the original hand-painted deck. There were, like, you know, in those illuminated manuscripts, you would have yeah, like a golden foil applied to letters and miniatures. So it was the same here. It was very luxurious. I wonder how many villages you could buy with this deck. It's ridiculous how expensive it must have been. But yeah, these are the bags. Very simple. It looks like paint smudges, something like that. But yeah, if you hate glossy cardstock, it might be, yeah, you might not be too happy. However, I have, for example, here the notorious cary-yale, the older edition, because there is a new edition coming out which will be matte, and this is extremely glossy. Is it the same? I think that it's more glossy on the bags because here you have this texture and it stops it from being too glossy. But yeah, photographing won't be too easy. But what I like about this more is that it's, again, it slides much better than the cary-yale. Okay. One card so far, and it's the Fool. Oh, look at him. Okay, then we get the Magician, the traditional, very traditional, like a juggler, kind of street performer type of magician. Then we get the Papess, and she's very much like her counterpart from the Visconti Sforza deck. If I can show you, I have this mini version here. And look how tiny! Look how tiny! So this is the Papess from the other Visconti deck, and she's very similar. She just is facing different direction, but in general, it's very similar. And probably this is what they based their image on when like creating this card. Okay, then we get the Empress, and it's so cool. She has these ladies with her serving her, and these smaller ladies, so you can tell that these were like more important and these were other children, either children or less important, because that's how in Middle Ages it worked. Big people would be important people and small people would be less important people. Okay, so she's very golden, very, very. Let's look at how she looks like at the US Games version. So you can see there's this gold, but of course this is just the card. These are actually smaller than the US Games ones. So yeah, you can just here see the golden foil and can imagine probably better how it looked like before it got old and, you know, looking, how to say it, yeah, just you know, old. Then we got the Emperor. Oh, it's funny. It's funny. His armor is silver foil. It looks a bit too shiny, but that's possibly because I'm used to, you know, these images looking like worn with time, and this is shiny. Oh, fun. Like his hat. Here the hat was, some things are less, you know, visible because it's, or like the silver blackened, of course, how it does, as it does. And yeah, then there's the Pope. And we get one of my favorite cards, and it's the Lover card, or the Lovers in this case. And yeah, it's a wedding. They're vowing to each other. There is Amor written on the tent, and there are the Visconti dragons. Oh yeah, see, they are eating a man. I was right. Then we get the Chariot, which is female. There's a chariotess in this deck. And it's funny how, like, everything is gold and you barely see the shape of her dress here, because everything is gold. Yeah. But here it was also, she was blending in the background. Then this is a card that has been definitely recreated, and here we see the Luigi Scapini version, and here we see, sadly I don't know the name of a person who did that, but someone working with Lo Scarabeo. And let me tell you, I'm in love with this face. I'm not a big Luigi Scapini fan. I actually am not. I dislike his art, so. But yeah, look how subtle this is. And what I also see here, that this style, this face really matches the original cards. It's the same delicate style. I really love the faces from the original cards that are preserved to our times. So yeah, still it's weird that that the parts of the dress blend very much into the background, but the face I'm so happy with. This seems it also has been restored. I won't tell you everything because it would take ages, but yeah, it's very good craftsmanship, artistry, however you call it. This is one of the cooler cards. Look at this outfit, how it looks. These suns or whatever they are on the dark background of her dress. Wheel of Fortune. Then a beautiful lady on a lion. Strength. Yeah, beautiful and from what I can tell, is the original, because it's exactly the same here, only you can see the silver pattern on her dress that faded in the original. Beautiful. Then, this is interesting. The Hanged Man has these pouches with gold spilling out, and we can see this type of, and it's a restored card. Here's a Luigi Scapini's card. So, and there are no pouches with coins, but it's a motif seen in some old decks, so it fits perfectly. And again, the face, oh my god, oh my god, just look at him. He's so subtle. To compare him with this one, yeah, I prefer this one. Then we get the Death card. It's the original, from what I can tell. I think so. And very cool. Oh, beautiful. And it's again a restored card, because yeah, I have the US game version, and I can, from one glance, I can tell this is Luigi Scapini. It's not the original, so that's how I know. I don't have notes on which ones are restored, which aren't. But oh, I love this dress, and again the face. Oh wow, gorgeousness, gorgeousness. Oh, sorry, I hit the camera holder with my nose. This is hot point for many, like for people who are into historical decks, the Devil card, because there are not, we don't have preserved Devil cards from the oldest decks, and yeah, and many restorators tend to do the, some people believe it's an inaccurate thing, like modeling it after Tarot de Marseille version, which is later. Some people believe that in those times, in 15th century, you would not show the devil like this, but more like this. And I actually really love this devil, because, you know, there is a lot of art with devil in it, so you can tell, but we don't know. So the problem are these minions here, like people tied to this postulate. But since we don't have those devils, well, we have some old decks that have devils more in like this type, but we don't know. Maybe they looked like this. And for comparison, this is Luigi Scapini, and they also went with the Tarot de Marseille module here. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool devil. He has like a wand with a hand. I wonder if there will be some explanation in the book about it. Then the tower. We also don't have towers from old decks, so again, they had to restore it. And this is pretty much, again, Tarot de Marseille style. Oh, I don't have it with me, but like Visconti, this type of Visconti also had these people here and the tower burning, so. And here we have the US Games version. There's more going on here. I really love this part here. It's pretty cool. But this version is also nice with the silver, shiny silver, but well, okay. Oh, the star, gorgeous. It's a gorgeous star. Oh, and here it is like, oh, it will be later. So this is the original, and in the cary-yale, the US Games version, they use this card, which is, I think, Hope. It's hope or faith, some of those virtues that they used in place of a star card that was not there. And here they created a star card. We know a star card from... Uh-oh, where did I hide? Oh, you're here. Wait a minute. Yeah, we have this star from the Visconti Sforza. So, generally speaking, it is a lady not naked. As we would see in Tarot de Marseille or later in Rider-Waite. But yeah, I love this color, this cobalt blue of the sky. And again, her dress. Oh my goodness. Then there's the moon card. And this is again restored. This is Luigi Scapini. She's holding something, some kind of a rope. Again, cool dress, cool headdress. Then there is the sun. And it, if I'm not mistaken, it's again modeled after the Visconti Sforza. Look at that. This is the Visconti Sforza version, and it's like, again, just different direction, but there's this weird face of the sun that this Putto kind of person holds. Yeah, but again, such subtle features. I must say, these cards blend really seamlessly, as I said, with the other version. And I don't want you to think that, oh, I hate this version, because first of all, yeah, I like it. I just don't like the style of the person who restored the cards, but that's just one thing. Other than that, it's a really cool deck for really great price, and it's great to have like the whole complete deck. So it's not like I hate this one. I'm just comparing and liking this a lot. That's the thing. Because yeah, also when you look at these, this is not original, but yeah, these like faded colors and darkened parts, they have their charm, you know. This is restored, like cleared, brightened and everything, so it looks, they tried to make it look like as close to the original as possible. So yeah, the sun. Then, and this is the US game one. There's the horsey that you might know from Rider-Waite. Oh, this is the original card. It's beautiful. This looks a bit weird. Like, it looks a bit like somebody like glued it on. It doesn't really, yeah. And I cannot really read what's here, but maybe the book will tell me. Yeah, not really easy to read, but yeah. Two angels, one blowing the trumpet. And then, so this is Judgment card, of course, and then the World, and it's beautiful. Look what job they did. There were like a lot of patches that, yeah, the paint got damaged, and here they cleared everything and still made the colors, well, pretty close to what we have in the like museum version. And again, the pattern on the outfit, beautiful. And here it's completely black because it was probably silver. And now we have, oh yeah, as I said, we saw this card, right? So these are the virtue cards. So they were in the original deck. This is, I think, Charity, and this was used in the place of the Popes, I think. And this, I don't know, I don't remember, but this was the star. Okay. Oh, wow. Now we have the Ace of Cups, as I always say, one of my most favorite cards in a deck ever. Oh, excuse me, but look here how dark it is because of the silver getting like dark, oxidized, I presume, but here they made a wonderful job of, yeah, restoring it. Again, shiny, shiny silver. So now we can go faster because no people. And yeah, so we have both gold and silver here on the cups. So everything is crystal clear. This is, yeah, a version on which you don't need to look at this. These are the coins again, the silver, very, very dark, and some cards got, you know, darker, and some got not so dark, so they don't really match each other. Shiny, shiny. Yeah, sometimes it feels a bit fake, but yeah. Anyway. I'm the most happy with the faces, so that's what's important for me here. So here is the female page, the lady, and here is the male page. And now I won't be comparing with the US Games version because I have the others not in order. So yeah, I'll save you some time. So this is the female knight and the male knight of cups. Look, I cannot really tell which are added. Like it, I think it's really seamlessly done, and I love these faces. Look at that! It's gorgeous. Oh, yay! There is this dragon or snake of Visconti family crest. Beautiful. Oh, wow. And there's a different type of crest. And there is more. Oh, how gorgeous. I think this is what was on the coin, like 2 sides of this coin that I had in my box. Five, 6, 7. Is it possible that it was, yeah, it originally was like that on these coins, but they are very, you know, not visible anymore, these images. So they just, yeah, they just restored them. And yeah, the lady, oh, look at those birdies. Wow. Love it. I think this one is restored, but I might be wrong. So they all have those birdies on their outfits. Look at this horsey. Did it focus? No, it focused. Yeah. Okay, and the queen and the king. Now there are arrows in this deck, and in Visconti Sforza we do have like staves, but here these are arrows. I get the ace of arrows. Beautiful. Okay, oh, this is one of my favorite cards in this deck. She's so gorgeous. So it's the lady. And she has a funny pattern on her dress. Does it remind you of anything? Or is it just me? There's the page again. Look at the face. Love, love, love. it's obvious that the person recreating it must have studied a lot of medieval art, and particularly, of course, the rest of this deck. But yeah, the faces are one of my favorite things in this deck anyway, so I'm so glad that they look so pretty. So yeah, the female knight, the male Knight of Wands, the Queen, and look, she has these wells, or yeah, wells that appear sometimes on cups. Am I mistaken? Let's see. Yeah, look, it looks really similar to the Ace of Cups from the Visconti Sforza. Okay, and a king, and he also has this thingy. All right, now swords. Did they look? Was there a hand on the original? I don't see it. Sorry, I'm just, you know, excited because I haven't seen these cards yet, so it's my first time looking at them, so I want to compare. Oh yeah. Look, there was a hand, but it was really not like well visible. Here, there was a hand holding the sword, but I couldn't tell from this reproduction. No way. Okay. 2 swords, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going fast because this video is already pretty long. So yeah. So the Lady of Swords, Knave of Swords. Again, I love the headdresses, the hats. Oh my goodness. Then there's the Lady Knight, and ooh, cool, yeah, there is more armor here, and silver indeed. And again, they're like, they match, the fabric on their outfits matches. Then there's a Queen of Swords, and lastly the King. So yeah, this is the whole deck. Oh, by the way, yeah, last thing. It's gilded, but you've seen it already, right? When I was opening. So I cannot complain. I'm happy with it. There are some things that I would prefer to be different, but it's with most decks like that. And I'm really happy I backed this project on Kickstarter. The cards glide, they slide, they glide, woo! Whee! That's just how I like it, they don't stick to each other. By the way, the US Games cardstock is one of, like this, what they used on this deck is one of my favorites. It's really great. It's matte, but it also is, whee! No problems like making a fan of them or something like that. So yeah, what I'm most impressed with, of course the shiny stuff is very cool, but I am really impressed with how seamless this deck is. It's wow, really props to the artist who put so much work so that the cards would just match with all the rest. This is so impressive, and kudos to you. I need to check if I can who was responsible for that. Wait a minute, there are some names here. There are scientific consultants, art director, marketing, well, digital restoration. So also people who worked on those, like finding this hand holding a sword and stuff like that. So good job, good job. Gold and silver foil. Oh, so I'm not sure who exactly painted the faces, but like all the staff, I think, did a great job. So thank you for that. I'm happy it has finally arrived. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.